Trying to look part two. I had to I didn't put do not disturb on, so I'm gonna finish out. Right. I don't wanna let Satan win like that. So again, where'd I leave off? We're eating. So I'm gonna read 5 again. Psalms 23 and verse number 5. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, and my cup runneth over. So this oil is again, there's wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And we have an abundance of it. And we also have abundance of this food. Let me get Proverbs chapter 9. Proverbs chapter 9 and verse number. I'll start at verse number 1. Wisdom hath builded her house. She hath hewn out her 7 pillars. So it's a beautiful building. 7 pillars meaning complete, a strong foundation, a beautiful, a palace, if you will. She hath killed her beast. She hath mingled her wine. She hath also furnished her table. She hath sent forth her maidens. She crieth upon the highest places of the city. That's the servants, the Most High servants bidding the people back to this wedding, back to wisdom, back to this feast, back to this wedding. She hath sent forth her maidens. She crieth upon the highest places of the city. Whoso is simple, which our people are simple, caught up in this world, let him turn in hither. As for him that wanteth understanding, she saith to him, come eat of my bread, and drink of the wine which I have mingled. Forsake the foolish and live, and go in the way of understanding. He that reproveth a scorner getteth to himself shame, and he that rebuketh a wicked man getteth himself a blot. So this is that feast that the Lord prepared for us. But the foolish of our people, they're not going to get it. They're not going to be able to partake of Psalms 23 and 5. And read it again. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil. My cup runneth over. And what does that oil do? That oil makes you shine. That's how you truly let your light shine in this wicked, crooked, and perverse world. Where's Ecclesiastes? Ecclesiastes chapter 8 and verse number 1. Who is as the wise man, and who knoweth the interpretation of a thing? A man's wisdom maketh his face to shine, and the boldness of his face shall be changed. Again, you have a different countenance about you. Once you eating of this food in the presence of your enemies. Once you anointing yourself with this oil, which is this word. You're bold, you shine. Because everybody is in a worn out, tired out, exhausted spirit. But the knowledge and the wisdom of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, you have a certain look about you. And these demons, these spirits, these people, they know. You just have to know. The Lord gave us power. You have to know you have power. Nothing. We have to believe this. We got to tap into Jacob. We got to tap into Yasha Allah. Luke 10 and 19. Behold, I give unto you power to tread on serpents and scorpions and over all the power of the enemy, and nothing shall by any means hurt you. Right? We have to believe that. You have to believe this. If you don't believe, you can't be defended. If you don't have faith, you can't please the Most High. If you don't believe, these demons going to be like, he don't believe. Let's get him. You have to believe this stuff, family. It's very important. I'll end out. I'll go back to Psalms 23, the last verse, and I'll get another precept. Psalms 23 and verse number 6. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of Yahweh forever. What's the house of Yahweh? This word, this Bible, these 80 books. You got your, Genesis to Malachi, First Ezra to Second Maccabees, which is the Apocrypha. Lord, when I said that right. And then you got Matthew to Revelation, the whole 80 books of the Bible. That's the house of the Most High. You dwell and you store up your most holy faith. I'll end off with Jeremiah chapter 50. Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse number 6. My people have been lost sheep. Their shepherds have caused them to go astray. They have turned them away on the mountains. They have gone from mountain to hill. They have forgotten their resting place. All that found him have devoured them, and their adversaries said, we offend not, because they have sinned against Yahweh, the habitation of justice, even Yahweh, the hope of their fathers. So we got to turn back to our resting place, the house of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Because these enemies know that, look, these guys, they don't want no rest. They're not reading their Bible. They're not trying to eat. So let them starve. So Lord willing, that was edifying, exhorting, comforting. Psalms 23 is deeper than a tattoo on the wicked of our people. And it's deeper than what our people read in these scary movies, right? It's a beautiful precept. It's a beautiful chapter to help us and aid us in these wicked times. So I love to give all honor, glory, and praise to the Most High God, Yahweh, Bahashem, Hamashiach, Malak, Yahweh Shah. Until next time, shalom to the elect. Shalom, family.